Hi, I'm Jenny Shulka, Director of Human Resources at a family-owned and international company, Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty. With 3 offices in southeastern Wisconsin and some of the top agents in the industry, we are here to serve you in all of your real estate needs, whether you are buying or selling. If you are interested in a career in real estate, we offer an in-depth training program to make you successful. Call us at 414-443-2030 or email roy@cbhsr.com.
How you like that?
I went through $100 downstairs.
Oh, God. Are you serious?
I hit 50 right at the end and cashed out.
They call them penny slots, but you're allowed to bet more than a penny.
Oh, we're doing a show, Tom.
You weren't gone for long. How'd you go through
I
$100?
have a problem.
You know, it was like a Vegas vacation where they're all sitting there eating breakfast. And Chevy Chase sneaks away and he loses a bunch of money.
That was me.
He comes back and goes again.
All right. Well, we're back. And who are we back with?
My name is Michael Jochims. I'm out of Tampa, Florida.
Michael Jochims all the way to Vegas. This is awesome for the World Series of Comedy.
World Series, yeah. It's been a great time.
It's your first time?
First time. Vegas homeless, I can't help but notice, are a little bit different than they are in the rest of the country.
Yeah.
More theatrical training, maybe.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to know?
What do we want to know?
How long have you been doing comedy?
Sure.
2 years.
2 years.
I count COVID because Florida didn't really shut down.
Oh yeah.
There was a weekend or two where things got a little lighter, but we popped back up right away.
Where
Yeah,
have you
spring
worked
break
in-
was crazy.
Where have you worked in Florida?
Most
comedy clubs?
most of the major clubs on the Gulf Coast and a couple of the Atlantic side splitters, Fort Myers, Coconuts, a couple of the smaller clubs, Spitfire. Oh, McCurdy's was the satellite for the World Series. That
Did
was
you do that satellite?
That was that's one of the best in the state, and it is difficult to get on.
So how was that satellite? I didn't make that particular. I made it, but I couldn't go.
Oh, it was fantastic. I was the only. I kind of got lucky because I was the only one who got announced as being from Sarasota, Florida, and they had just met people from all over the country. And then one guy is like, "This next comic's from Sarasota, Florida," and of course that bought me a lot of credit with the audience. Thank God I'm hilarious, and now I'm in Las Vegas.
There we go.
Yeah, I like this podcast. Before I got on here, you talked about death to an old woman. Like, hey, how do you feel about encroaching death? And you talked about child abuse for what? This really is my jam. You haven't seen my set, but you have hit all of my Hallmark material, and I appreciate being here.
How long, since you're wearing jeans, this question always comes up. How long do you go before you're gonna wash them bad boys?
Probably another 2 days because it's tough to find a washing machine out here. Just
I
been
go
hanging them out the window
weeks.
waiting for rain, but I'm in the desert.
I
so-
go weeks, maybe even months without washing a pair of jeans.
Yeah, we know. We've smelled it.
It doesn't smell.
Don't do that.
Jeans don't smell. Nothing gets
Don't
through there.
do that.
Molly's wearing jeans right now. You can't smell a thing.
Well, those are
Yeah,
self-washing
because I've had
jeans.
COVID. That's why I can't smell a thing.
Sorry about that, Florida. We.
Oh, Florida, you got the swamp ass ball sweat.
I was gonna say COVID, but yeah, we
Oh.
do literally have the swamp, and people live out there.
I love Florida, man. I grew up in New Orleans. I spent a lot of time in Florida. It's nice.
Yeah, getting to host down there, it really teaches you how to adjust to an audit because you got these old retirees, and then you've got the violent felons that comprise the rest of the population. So you run the gamut.
Yeah, you do. I was just thinking about that.
I guess you also have the Freedom Flotilla, the boat people that came over from Cuba. Are those the violent?
No.
No, they speak Spanish. I don't. The violent felons come down from the north because we got some weird ass extradition laws. It's a fun place to live. Keeps you on your toes. Good for the heart.
All right. something. Wait.
Yeah, but Sarasota, Florida. That's not really.
Woodstock retirees. Those people know how to
Oh,
party.
Nice.
Yeah.
They grow their own shit. They got a
Don't worry,
string.
a hurricane's coming right for you.
Wash my jeans.
There you go. You ain't even got it. All right. How old are you now?
I'm 24.
24. So this question is more for Will, but
When are we gonna wrap a bow around this this miserable coil of life? Is that fucking-
Yeah,
I'm ready to call it every day. I'm like, are we still doing this? Will has the
I have
desire
the
to
will,
live. Yeah.
the will,
Yeah.
if you will.
what do you take advantage of your youthful body? What did you take advantage of?
I'm just much more resilient to drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. I actually don't. I actually got sober Friday before last.
Congratulations.
I,
Good.
Completely sober? Or is it drugs or alcohol?
Hard drugs and alcohol. I'll still toke up, but I'm a lightweight with pot. See, I quit because I think I retired the champion. I was the best there ever was.
Did you hear about him passing out
Oh
from
my God.
taking a hit from a vape pen? And he spit all over the fucking machine.
When you're you can't pass out and look cool, Will. It
You
just doesn't happen.
slobbered,
There's
you
no cool way to
slobbered,
pass out.
You
I hit a pen too hard and coughed
just
coughed
passed
myself
out.
to unconsciousness.
yeah. We
In
call
public.
that a Pasco County bedtime where I'm from.
Yeah.
He took a little Pasco County nap.
Yeah.
Woke up. What happened?
I woke up, I didn't know what was happening, and Will's worried about the drool I had on the slot machine.
Hey, you got some on my arm, man.
Really? You
That's a
should have
friend.
been trying to keep
was-
me alive.
I was. I calmed you down. I said, "You'd be all right, man."
You're just gonna
Kept
pass
you
out a
from
little bit.
swallowing your tongue. Yes,
Molly was
that's what
freaking
I
out.
said. You're just passing out a little bit. You
Just
come around in a
Passing
minute.
out a
Because
little
it's
bit.
happened to me. Look, come on, it's happened to me before. You know,
I should get my blood pressure checked.
it's your asthma, man. Trust me.
Asthma.
You know,
I can't do that driving then. What if I pass?
No, you can't. You don't do that while you're driving because you're gonna kill somebody. You can't. Don't do that.
I used to work in medicine, and I have to encourage you to quit being a pussy. Just,
No.
Can I have a
Oh.
prescription?
What did you do in medicine?
I was an army medic, and
Oh, me
was
too.
too.
oh,
Two
no, it's
army
just,
medics.
they didn't call it 68 whiskey when you're. It was 90. What was it
91
94?
Charlie.
91
patient care
Charlie, yeah.
specialist. 91 Bravo was a medic.
Oh, okay.
Fort Sam
Emmanuel, you
Houston.
can have a
Yes,
fucking
sir.
heart attack.
JBSA now.
Three
The
medical
the other
professionals
branches
in this
went and
room.
stole our stomping ground.
Hey man, I worked in labor and delivery. I used to give shots, take blood. I did it all, man. I worked in the ER.
I went
I
to
did
medical
it all.
school. I dissected
Yeah,
30
but you didn't
cadavers.
do anything but
yeah,
a
I did 'em on
cadaver.
dead
You never dealt
bodies.
with real patients.
He's cut a
Oh,
dick in half the long way.
Take vitals for you.
No boy. Yeah, so could she.
I don't know.
I got.
How's-
I
How's it
can.
going, man?
I can fix
We'll be
your
with you in a minute, man.
tricky knee.
I don't have a trick.
Give you some exercises.
He's got an arthritic spine.
I do.
Oh, I can fix that.
No. Give
You-
me a massage with a hot girl.
No, I'll give you the
I
massage.
have a little Asian lady
Just
walk
calm
on
down.
my back a little
Just-
bit for me, with little tiny feet.
How about Molly's gnarly
talons?
pterodactyl feet?
I don't know about those things. She's hiding them now. We were talking about. 'em
She'll
the
grab
other
you by
day.
the back and fly away with you.
Caw! Pterodactyl.
Hate you both.
Yeah, we love you. Anyway, so Tampa, so there's a pretty good scene going on down there in the comedy.
Best in Florida, yeah. And I not to knock the rest of the state, but I'd say we've got the strongest. Both the headliners, the features, and the people who are coming up. We've got the most shows. People get as much time as they need to get as good as they can get. And it's we beat the hell out of every other major scene in the state.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's the Cam Bertrand? He was on AGT not too long ago. It was he was out in LA for a while. He's our.
Do you think that's
he's
a
our-
good venue for a stand-up comic to be on AGT? Seriously.
What? Oh well, he wasn't. They didn't film it in Tampa.
No, but what I'm saying, I'm just talking about the type of material that you would have to play. It's not really club material, and it has to be completely squeaky clean, kind of corny. I don't know. To me, it makes me cringe watching the comics on AGT.
I mean, if that's the
yeah,
kind
I'm
of style
not-
you got.
I'm not. I've never been a fan of the show until Cam got onto it, and then of course I gotta support my hero. But that's a question for him. He's a better comic than I am. But I think it's much harder to write clean. I can't fucking titty fucking do it. It's runs
You
against
almost gotta
everything in my
have-
body.
I can do it. I just don't find it that funny. I mean, I've written clean. It's like, yeah, that's a good joke, but it's like it's not my style.
It's not
Well,
your
is it-
sense
you-
of humor.
You
It's
see
not my
somebody
sense
like
of humor.
Brian Regan, and it doesn't. A good clean comic doesn't beat you over the head with you notice how I didn't swear. You notice how I didn't use any potty words.
Yeah,
And then then they start talking about God, and you're like, Jesus, he's gonna pass a basket at the end of this fucking thing. But a good clean comic, like, do you watch Brian Regan and say, "Gosh darn it, this man is good with kids"? I reckon. Like, no, you laugh because he writes a good clean joke. But most of the headliners that you see work in the lesser clubs who are clean and really, really rub that into their bio, they fucking suck dick. Not on stage, but most certainly off.
Or usually on some type of cruise ship, those boat acts. They're awful.
You don't like the cruise ship?
No,
You couldn't do a cruise ship act?
I don't think so. I wouldn't want to. It depends on how much they paid me.
The last I heard from people who did cruise ships is they're now using comedians as a way to try to get their crews paid for. So they will come to management and bitch about the act that they were so offended
Oh.
until they get their shit comped.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
it wouldn't surprise me.
So you have to do the exact same. You might as well
You
put
have to have
a
your set pre-approved.
radio up there and press
Yeah.
play
No,
of
there's a
your set.
family show, and then there's an R-rated show that you can do late
Mhm.
at night.
If you do the family show, they won't. Like if you do it the way the cruise ship has said to do it, they won't give the people their shit. But if you just riff off script at all,
Why are we
You get in
talking
trouble.
about cruise ship
because
comedians?
it's comedians. You brought it up.
Would you do that? Would you do it? I don't think you'd make it.
It'd be
You'd
tough.
get fired the first day, I'm sure.
It's so many rules.
Well,
Yeah.
give me a job and we'll put some money on it.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? We're out at sea.
I bet you
International water.
$4,500 a week that I can sell my soul. Yeah, I think I could do it.
Are there any roles in a movie that you feel you could have done better than the actor?
Everything Bruce Willis has ever done.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know how to stand on a movie poster and look slightly off center. I can do that.
I
I
don't
think
like
he's very talented, Bruce Willis.
John
Don't
Malkovich.
you remember Moonlighting, where Sybil Shepherd owned the detective firm and then he worked for her?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Back when he had hair, man.
We just saw
Oh,
Sybil
that must have been
Shepherd-
really old.
We did. We just saw her in the Last Picture Show.
Yeah.
20-year-old Sybil Shepherd.
Naked.
That's before your time.
Yeah, my time
She was
too, but
gorgeous.
she was gorgeous.
I found an old Polaroid of Jane Fonda sitting on a tank. That did it for me. You guys had the
Yeah.
best generation for sure.
Yeah.
Well, she's
Was that
not
your
our
generation? I don't know.
generation, Nearly mine. No, Jane Fonda's in her freaking 80s. That's Sandra's.
Yeah, I don't want her.
generation.
I don't.
I could have been John Malkovich in Rounders better. When
was
he
in
played-
Ron- Oh
played
yeah.
Give
yeah.
that man his money. His Russian accent. was
You
so
know,
bad.
should he really have been Cyrus
that
the
was-
Virus in The Rock?
Yeah.
Is that like because they bring him out and he's supposed to be the most intimidating criminal there ever was. He's a mastermind, and he's just like, gentlemen, I've got a heist for us to take a part of. I'm gonna fucking Afterwards, we're gonna do some theatrically trained fight choreography. High step, high step, high step. It's just like it's not like his range isn't a hard ass.
No.
And I don't think.
Did you ever question the Sean Connery and Highlander role?
I didn't see it.
He played a Spaniard, but
There was I mean, Mickey Rourke played an Asian person before the world knew what right and wrong
Oh
was.
my God! Yeah, with the fake buck teeth. Oh my God! Just so. I mean, when you look at it now, you're horrified. You didn't think twice about it. Breakfast at Tiffany's. That's what he was. Yeah, that was crazy.
Mickey Rourke isn't Asian.
No.
He,
No, Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney, excuse me.
Mickey Rooney. Breakfast at Tiffany's. That was it. I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke is an Asian.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Yeah, we're looking at a picture right now, and I don't
Oh,
know.
He looks a little
no.
like Drew.
Oh, guys, you can't be doing that.
No, that was from what 1960, early 60s.
That's not, and that is not a tasteful
No,
program.
that's like
The guy who did Othello and blackface. Like that was done. That was done with a modicum of respect. I mean, it's Shakespeare and Othello was black, but
Well.
this is a bit much, even for being a product of its time.
You ever see that Hoary Cow Chicago Cubs shirt where they make fun of the Asians?
Yeah.
That's exactly what this guy looks like.
Holy crow.
Wow, they can't do
Are
that.
the people who are watching the video feed, are they seeing this? Or
Yeah,
are
they
just...
can see this.
Okay.
This is now my wallpaper. Look at every.
What's next on the bingo card?
Let's
for
try
this podcast?
grossest food you had to eat to be polite.
Pussy.
Yeah, that's very polite of you.
I mean, I put on a bib and sometimes you just gotta do. You guys were talking about hand jobs earlier. Can I tell you about my first hand job?
Sure, an old fashioned.
He's not talking about dick. He's talking about pussy.
Yeah, no. Well,
Even when the chick's like, you ain't got to
about
go
it.
down
You
there.
ain't gotta
You
go
you
there.
ain't
and I'm like,
gotta do that."
no.
You
Let
know
me.
what's
It's
happening.
like when you're offering to get the check. It's like, yeah, come on. Like you gotta push a little bit. If they go,
Yep.
no, you can't. No, you don't have to do that. And I'm like, oh, of course. And if they say it again, I'm like, all right, fuck you. So, my first hand job.
Okay.
Was, when I lost my virginity. The girl knew about as much as I did. And first she starts trying to roll a Play-Doh snake, so to speak. Like doing this.
Just rubbing it around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you can imagine what that would do for you. And then she starts doing what's that coffee maker called? The French press,
Okay.
which is even worse.
So she grabbed it like a stick shift.
And then she's
Pumping it.
Yeah. And so I'm trying to coach her through a process which I have quite frankly perfected.
Yeah.
Right, you know what you're doing down there, of course.
Yeah, you're the Zen master.
You know what you like.
Now I don't know if you folks know about my generation's adoration for a show called SpongeBob SquarePants.
Mhm.
But I told her firmly grasp it, and then we both cried ourselves to sleep laughing. I get that one. There was a cartoon about a talking sponge. It was the icon of a generation.
I'm well aware of it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then, I was a gentleman and I like, hey, we know where this goes next.
I had a pretty bad hand job once. A chick tried to do it on a carnival ride.
God, was it like was it a state carnival or was it like
No,
a
this was
traveling
Action
one where they
in
jumped town?
Jackson. She tried giving my pee hole open far when we went in the circle.
It caught air like the dragnet behind a Formula
We
One
were
car.
spinning and spinning, and she had the grip on it. I'm like, not on the ride.
Yeah,
All
do
right,
a lot
that.
of sharp
Penis
edges on those
something.
iron machines.
All right. Where did Emmanuel go? Wasn't he sitting here?
You guys
Yeah.
have scared everyone off that was watching.
Everyone left.
I take full credit.
There we go. All right, we'll do one more.
All right.
When's the last time you did an arm pump to a trucker?
I think it was when I was trying to be rescued when my stepdad kidnapped me. I
Oh,
was like,
Jesus.
And,
Amber Alert. Amber Alert joke.
I was going, please help.
And the truckers
But he just
were,
saw the one side because
and the truckers were
yeah.
pulling you.
And he's like, what a cute kid. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's violent. Reeks of whiskey. Cops are waving at me. What a good sport.
Honk.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, where can we find all your stuff, man?
You can look me up on Facebook, Michael Jochims, Joch. You guys were asking me about my name earlier. That's not a stage
Jochims.
name.
No, that's real.
That's just unfortunate.
Destiny.
Jokims.
Or fortunate.
Yeah.
I mean,
With an
No,
S on the end,
no.
Jokims.
Jochims with an S, yeah. And then MJ Comic on Instagram and Twitter. Can I tell you a quick true story about my name?
Hell yeah,
Sure.
let's hear it.
When I started, I Googled myself for the first time, and it turns out I'm not the only Michael Jochims in the country. The most famous Michael Jochims was Michael Jochims from the North Carolina Sex Offender Registry.
Oh, good.
And the second famous Michael Jochims was also a sex offender. So, of course, my first joke was North Carolina Sex Offender Registry. Second one, Michael Jochims, sex offender again. Best known for his hilarious stand-up comedy joke. Now, that's not true. That isn't true. But I am proud to say that if you Google me right now, you have to scroll down to find out that my namesake is a rapist. I'm
There you
the
go.
most famous Michael Jochims that is alive today. And those other guys probably appreciate that. So,
There you go.
eggs and omelets.
All right.
You want me to
well,
bring
Michael-
Sandra back?
No, we're
No.
we're going to bring in our next guest. So
All right,
thank you for
thank you,
stopping
I
by,
appreciate
man.
you
Thank
guys
you very
for
much,
having me.
Mike.
Have a good one.
Nice
You have a
meeting
good
you,
one.
man.
Nice to meet you, man.
Come on over.
I've been busy walking the things anyway. So all good.
Can you make it over
Yeah, I
here?
can make it.
What was you doing over there with your leg up like
I don't have a right hip.
You don't have a right hip.
Legs.
Wait a minute. You have a hip. You don't have a right hip? Legs. What? You ain't got a right hip. Well, that's your knee.
Yeah, but because there's nothing stripping me right here.
Okay.
Look at that. That's a great
Wow.
thing. I have never seen that before.
All right.
Wow.
So, Emmanuel, here at the World Series of Comedy, what are you doing here?
Comedy.
Comedy? All right. Are you single?
No, been in a relationship for 3 years. Which
When you gonna put a ring on that?
When you
girl's
putting a
finger,
ring
man?
on that girl's
Everyone-
finger?
We'll
Would you
get,
When are you
stop?
gonna put?
we
a
will get
ring?
to it when we get to it. But being in a committed relationship in Vegas is a struggle.
Is
you,
it- you're
you,
just-
you live in Vegas?
No, I'm from Indiana.
Okay.
You came to Vegas to just slay some strange.
No, I came to Vegas to do comedy. But
Okay.
as my girlfriend says, stay away from the chuckle sluts. So
Chuckle sluts. Yeah.
You ever get a chuckle slut, Will?
Not yet.
Me either. Hey, why
Well,
don't you
you're
leave
not a
some
real-
pussy for the rest of us,
You're
man?
not a real
I'm
comic.
out the game. So yeah, all,
Yeah.
all you will.
But you know Ray Danger Hensley. He's
Yeah.
been on our show.
Yeah, I'm
From
good friends with Ray.
Indianapolis?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Ray. He's good people.
All right, here we go. Let's get into some hot seat questions. What's a
Right.
game you dominate? Probably Twister. With your fucking leg, you can just throw that
Yeah.
shit over. I ain't got no hip. You want to play me in Twister? Fuck,
I
you're
am a
done.
beast at hide and go seek.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look,
Except when the cops are playing, they always seem to find me.
Oh, they-
they usually bring a dog. They sniff you out.
Big sheet.
Okay, so Twister and hide and seek.
You could probably fit in some
Right?
crazy spaces. Okay. Not playing hide and seek with this guy.
No. What is, let's see here, a part of your body that you wish you could replace with a mechanical version?
My hip.
Your hip?
Yeah.
Why? You can do whatever you want with your hip.
You would think that, but not the best thing to have when you're being chased by something or someone.
There you go.
How often are you getting
I'll-
chased, dude? Maybe you...
What are you, a cop?
Every story ends when I was being chased.
It's not offensive.
What? Yeah.
What are you, cop?
Right?
Maybe,
What? Don't remember what I do. Just
This
go-
dude's
go-
wearing a fanny pack.
maybe you
Come
need a
on.
better personality.
First
You'll
off,
stop
we should
getting
just say
chased.
that Emmanuel's not a child. I mean, we're talking to a grown man. He's just a
Right.
little smaller. How old are you?
I'm 33.
33 years old. So
33.
Yep, 33. That's a man
Yeah. With one hip.
with
Yeah.
one hip. Hey, that's a funny man. He got a funny bone. That's for sure. How
See,
how did the
mechanical
show
hip
go?
would be cool because
Pretty
you could
good.
Yeah, what
actually.
would you want your mechanical hip? Why would you just want a hip?
you could still do his tricks then, but he'd be able to run and
Well, it's got to like turn your leg backwards or something. What would a mechanical hip do?
kick you in the ass.
it would have like a super spring so you
Yeah.
No,
could
you
jump
need
real
the
high.
whole
Probably
fucking
make-
leg.
Probably make the kicks a
mechanical.
lot stronger. If I could, I once that happens, I start kicking anything. Doors, kids, cats. I'm
This door's locked. Get fucking Emmanuel's leg over here.
Like I would.
He's got the
intentionally lock myself out. Oh no, I'm locked out. Wait a minute. Just
You'd
Get the
leave your
fucking
keys in the
robot-
house on
robo
purpose.
hip
Oh,
over here.
man, right? I'm locked out. No, I'm not. Super hip. Activate. Kick. Kicking
Shit, put a
kids.
spring on it.
Right?
Ow, fly up.
Could you open this pyramid tomb door?
Don't let those curses out.
Yeah, kick the curses further
2021
back.
is already bad enough.
Yeah, no.
They live in a haunted house.
Oh my!
Wait,
fuck.
what now?
You get a haunted house, man.
White people, man, y'all
Right?
y'all live
White
dangerously.
people.
Like,
Right?
Molly is a succubus from hell. That's why it's haunted.
So,
Come on,
friends
man!
hanging
It
out.
follows
They got to
you,
go
not
stay
me.
at his mama's house because they're afraid to stay in their haunted house.
Yeah.
I think it's just Tom is a mama's boy. He just don't want to leave his mama's
hey,
house.
call it what you want. If you alive, I'm with it. Cause no, see, I can't be involved in horror movies because again, I can't run. I'm black. I'm funny. I die first immediately. This is
Yeah.
It's a bad look.
Yeah.
You would die first.
Oh yeah, I'm going
Yeah,
immediately
for sure.
No, they got that now. You can't have
He's doing
the black
leg thing.
the black guy die first anymore.
But see, it's either the black guy or the funny guy, and I'm a black funny guy. So the funny supersedes the black.
Yeah.
So you're getting-
I'm
That's
dead,
true.
yeah. Unless I come online now, I look 15. Killing kids in horror movies is kind of one of those things that doesn't happen often. But
You think you look 15?
I've
How
been told
tall
I
are
look-
you?
I'm 5'2" and 3/4.
Okay, you could probably look 15.
You know the
Speaking-
exact height when you're short.
Yeah.
Speaking
would
of looking
say-
younger, and we did it already. It's been done.
did the leg.
Jason
the
just came in
legs.
and told us
He's
to.
trying to do
That's
over there.
been the going thing for this trip. Every time we go out, you hear leg.
Yeah, he told us to. He's like, just do that,
Well,
and he'll
we
do
saw
it.
him doing it in
Right.
the picture.
So, but
Do
speaking
you ever
about
hold on? You ever fuck with somebody like if they bump into you, you fall down and then
And then
flip
you
your
flap your
fucking
leg.
leg like that?
I thought
Oh,
about
they
that.
take somebody out you.
Wait, you've never done
my
it?
fucking leg! Look at
Oh,
this son of a bitch!
like I've eyeballed like that's a 2021 Benz. Oh, hit a bump. I'm driving. Look at
Oh, my fucking legs up here, man.
Like, it's definitely crossed my mind. Like, I could probably get paid. And funny
Yeah,
thing is,
cash,
like,
too,
the way
right?
my like when I've gone in for checkups, because every now and then I'll have to go get an X-ray. My hip is so fucked up that they can't tell what's new damage and what's old damage because it all looks.
This whole area is fucked.
So even if I decided to do that, like, was this before? Like, I don't know. Nah, you
It's
did
bad
that.
when your doctor is swearing. You see, this is fucked, and I'm gonna try to unfuck it, but I don't think it's
But
unfuckable.
there's old fuck scar tissue behind the new fuck, right?
You would think that, but no. Like every time, like the most recent time I had a hip fracture, which I walked on for 5 weeks. Which
Oh
is
no,
weird. Yeah, I went in and
that's a big bone though.
Yeah.
That
but
you-
see,
the-
but my pay
Oz
gauge
Coxey.
is so out of whack because I've had this limp since I was 11. So my pay tolerance is ignorant. So I just figured I pulled a muscle because I work out too. It's like I'm fine. It took my girlfriend at the time, my coworkers, my girl called my mom who yelled at me, and I went and got an X-ray. Like, hey, just a heads up, my hip's been reconstructed. It's not going to look normal. It's like, oh, I've seen everything. I know what I'm doing. Yet took an X-ray, came out and said, I'll be right back, and ran off and came back with like 4 different doctors.
Oh
And then
no.
one popped this in and they're like, hey, so what's going on with the hip? I was like, I've had it reconstructed. Okay, that makes more sense. On a separate note, can we put you in the medical journal? Like, do I get paid for that? And they said, no, then no. Okay, well,
No.
There you go.
Then
Yeah,
no.
Why? Why are you
Hey.
you're not going to pay you for
Hey,
that?
right? No.
Well, no, they're just going to tell everyone your freaky medical
Tell 'em
story.
your personal business, not
Yeah.
giving no.
Yeah,
Come
one of
on.
those. Hey,
Yeah.
if you see this, you fucked up somewhere in life. So this
Yeah.
is the outcome of you not listening in class.
Don't be like this
Yeah,
guy.
But you know what? Like, look, you got the hip thing, but you're funny.
Thank
You
you.
got a great personality.
Thank you.
You're lovable. I don't know anybody that meets you doesn't love you, man.
Yeah, I'm very
and
likable.
I mean
That's,
that you're very
Yeah.
likable.
that's a
And
good
that's
asset.
good when you go on stage because if the audience likes you, dude, they
Yeah.
want it good from you. And when you give it to them, it's a great feeling.
Oh yeah, I love what I do. It's
That's
a combination of I'm small, so I'm not threatening. That helps a lot. And then I'm funny, so that
they
that
just don't know about that hip. You can
Yeah,
kick
right.
the shit out of somebody with that hip.
helps.
Shit, watch yourself, Tom.
But yeah, I love doing this. Like doing stand up is
How long have you
incredible.
done it for?
I've been back at it about 3 years now.
What, you had quit for a while?
Yeah, I started and when I first started picking up steam, you know when you first start out, you get a lot of middle of the week open mics. You got to bring 5 people. It became tough, and then I come from a big family. Altogether, 6 kids, so money was tight. So I had to pick up more hours at my job, and I couldn't get out and do stand up as often. So I kind of I need to focus on having a place to live, and then work, get back to it. But I went to a comedy show and saw how much energy he was getting from the crowd. I'm like, I gotta get back to that, and I've been back at it since.
I met you down in Indianapolis.
you did.
It may have been 5-6 years ago.
Yes, you
maybe.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time, man. That was a great comedy club.
Oh
man.
yeah. Sad it's
With
gone.
Ike Daniels, yeah.
Mhm.
So what is it now? Because it had karaoke in,
Yeah,
in that place.
The club itself isn't there anymore, but Ike moved on to a different location where he still hosts comedy shows. So
Okay.
he's still doing his thing.
Well, yeah, the Fort Wayne stuff that they got going.
Fort Wayne is actually run by Mike Moses. That's a different comedy club.
The two clubs.
But Ike and Mike talk almost every day.
Ike and Mike. Well, that's cool, man. It's a pretty good scene, and then there's a bunch of like new clubs that have opened up. In the
Yeah,
area,
Helium's
right?
there now.
You got
Gutties,
Helium? Are
yeah.
you working there?
Yeah, that's my home club. I'll
Nice.
feature
How
there
you
a
get
lot.
in there?
Dennis Tooley, he saw me at Joker's. Then
Can you help hook a brother up or what?
can you go back on a can you be clean topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Can you be funny clean though?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
he's done.
Come on.
You just said it last segment,
You did. You
Yeah.
spent a whole
I
segment talking about how
said-
you hated.
and now you're
Clean.
lying
I
to our guy
said-
right here.
I can
Fucking
work
hip slap
clean.
that guy.
I'm talking about.
Wind it up 2-3 times and
I'm
just let it
talking
spin
about-
and fucking hit him.
Give me a guest set. I'll come out there and I'll show you what I can do.
I'm
All
sure
right,
you
hey.
can.
I'll talk to Dennis for you. See if I can get you in for sure. Cause we're buddies.
Attaboy. That's what I'm talking
Now,
about.
Can-
now,
And we'll
don't
see what
fuck
we
up.
can do.
Like, if
Oh,
I- if I-
don't
if I-
fuck up.
if
Listen,
if
you're
I sign
talking.
up, if I sign up on it,
Right.
don't fuck up.
You gonna tell me to be clean and don't fuck up?
This isn't a
Don't
clean
fuck up.
podcast. I
Yeah.
can be clean.
It's not.
He did his research. He knows.
That's good.
All right, what's a delicious food that's a pain in the ass to eat?
Calamari. No. Lobster.
Lobster.
Yeah.
I don't fuck
Crab,
with
too.
crab.
Yeah.
Some chicken wing, small chicken wings.
What?
Sometimes you don't get the jumbo ones, and they're the little chicken wings.
You would never see a black man complain about chicken wings.
He doesn't.
they're
He.
just-
But you should see the way he eats them. He cleans them off. They look like they've been in the desert for a
Suck
week
the bone till they're
after he's
gray.
done with them.
That's how you're supposed to eat chicken wings. That's-
I mean, you've never seen.
It's like a
His
crime
wings are
scene
crazy.
afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nuts. He takes mine and
almost
finishes them
fossilized when
after
I'm
I'm done with them. He takes them and finishes them.
Yeah, my girlfriend's the same way. She leaves a lot of meat
Yeah.
on the bone. Like, what are you doing? Like, stop
I don't
that.
like the crunchy stuff at the
I like
ends
that
and the
crunchy
like
stuff.
yeah, he likes
So
it.
Stop eating chicken. That's
Yeah.
part of it.
Well, I get half a order from her because
yeah.
she says they're clean, and I'm like, man, we're not throwing that out.
I don't like that shit.
Give me that.
Can I tell you a really quick funny story that I have meant to tell you guys and I
Sure.
didn't?
Okay.
Your mom was a witness to this, so I'm not just pulling it out of my butt. I'm not making it up. We went to the counter downstairs at the Strat to get our club cards for the machines for gambling and to get our free $10. And I went up with Tom's mom and I was there with her and Tom's mom finished and then I went, now can I get mine? And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even offer you because I assumed that you were just along with it because you were too young.
Oh.
Man, I turned
No
37 this
wonder
month.
why she wanted to tell this story.
I turned 37 this month and
Feeling I'm
she
gonna hear
kept talking
this
about how
for a
she
while.
couldn't like she wasn't even gonna ask me because she didn't think I was old enough to gamble.
You're too young looking.
I'm too and
How
she didn't
blind was
believe
this
me.
chick?
She got my card and she kept looking at my card and looking up at me and she didn't believe me.
Who said that? The lady that worked there?
Yes.
Did you? Oh, you just colored your gray.
It made me feel real good.
I know. I'm gonna hear this story a million
It
times.
probably is.
You want to
hair
hear my
color.
weird elevator story just before?
Yeah, no adult person would have that color hair. It's, just
It's
gotta be
mermaid hair.
some-
It's awesome.
No, I like it, but older people would.
I
look
have
at
a
it and
cool
might say,
stylist.
Look at this crazy girl. She can't be old enough to gamble.
That's true. Or she's going through a midlife crisis.
When I was
Maybe.
coming down on the elevator, this was really weird. A couple got in, and some kids came in that were looking for the pool, and then they went down a floor, and they're like, "Oh, let's stop here because the pool's on the roof at this hotel." And then the guy is standing next to me. He's a really big dude. And he's like, "I can't believe they can't find the pool. These kids are dumb." Leans on the where I'm holding the handle, and he just farts.
After
And his wife starts laughing,
these kids are dumb.
and we're like on 5-4, it's still going on, and I'm like, "What the?
That's what he thought about those kids.
Like, what the
He
hell
was
is that
letting it
about?"
be
I
known.
felt it. In the-
The vibration.
That's
he
never
like got
good.
closer to me. I'm like, "What the fuck was that about?"
Oh.
Is that a black thing? It was a black couple.
No, that's not what we do.
I didn't know. black people like to fart on the white guys.
Listen,
Just
man.
standing
I
there
think
confused.
it's just an
Emmanuel
old
doesn't like no
person
farting
thing.
in the elevator at his height.
Yeah, 'cause
It's an
I
old
don't like-
person
Play that
thing.
shit.
It's right in the eyes.
My mouth was open, man. How dare you?
How dare you?
Hey, I didn't see you there, buddy. I'll wind this hip up.
Don't make me pull that hip
I
out.
don't know. You
Wind
don't know
this
this.
3/4 times. I'll give you a 4 cranker. It's like bumping the BB gun.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Now
Now,
the best
not more
how
than
much of
3
an asshole
pumps.
you are. You get level 1, level 5 for you, sir. It's happening.
You know, hey, Emmanuel, when you get in an elevator, you might as well just go face the wall just to get away from all that shit.
Don't say anything to anyone. And when they get off, just keep standing there like you're a fucking ghost.
Just
Was that
stand-
a real person in there? He's still
Ah, he's a lost child. Hotel.
You probably would have. Oh no, we're losing our sign.
Oh, I'll put up a picture of you like in memory of Emmanuel with
And
like
then-
yesterday's date.
Oh
And
man,
just stand there.
Right next to you on the elevator. Oh.
he's haunting the
Like,
elevator.
he died then. Wait a minute.
Wait,
Let's
why
take
did
the
we?
stairs.
Why are we going all morbid again?
I
Right?
don't know.
That's the way Tom does.
That's the way we do it.
It's either
Should you
dicks
be
or
able
morbid
to
jokes.
sell your organs?
Wait, what? That was random.
Yeah.
It's a hot seat question. They're random.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I have good organs.
What do you think? You have 2 kidneys, right?
Yeah.
How about 80 grand?
No.
I get me one of them.
Yeah, I thought about that in time of struggle. Like, you can sell your left testicle for like 135,000. It's ignorant.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
You only
Where?
need one.
yeah, the one that makes boys, you can sell that one for like
Oh,
135,000.
that's the one. The left
The
one and the
left
right
one
one makes
makes
girls.
That's not a thing.
Makes
You can
sense.
sell
Yeah,
your.
no, like
Yeah,
legit,
you know what?
like
It makes
one of
perfect
them,
sense.
one of them carries chromosome to make boys. Only one.
Did
It's
you
just
know
weird.
that? That's
No.
crazy.
That can't
No.
be
Google
real.
it. It's a fact. I'm telling you.
Man, that
No,
makes
you
can't-
perfect sense.
Yes.
Well,
I'm-
then
That sounds like a wife's tale.
No,
That's
So-
how I wanna-
I'm
man.
dead
That's why I got
serious.
2 boys, man. That my left nut, man. That's the
That's
shit.
No,
not
I'm-
real. Like,
I'm dead serious.
You're
Only one
fucking
carries
with me.
the chromosome to make boys.
Wait, no, come on.
No, I'm honest to God.
Is left nut or right nut?
I don't know which one it is, but only one carries.
Only
it.
one nut
Okay,
for
really?
boys, one nut for girls. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's an old wives'
Why do you
tale.
think you have 2? There's,
You
there's
have
2.
two.
One for X, one for Y. That's the thing.
I thought it was just a random mutation.
Because if you
like,
wanted to just have boys, you
pick
could
one.
like unclip that Y one and just have boys.
No,
Alpha males.
that's
Yeah.
not, I don't think that's how it works either.
you have 2 because you start off as a female, and then when the Y kicks in, your ovaries turn
Turn
into
into-
testicles. And ovaries, you need 2 of them because they send eggs every other month back and forth. That's
Well,
why you get your
Then
period
why
every month.
is Molly's nuts bigger than yours?
Look at her. Okay, so that is the. If this
no,
fact,
No, you really believe
Google
that?
it.
I'm
You
gonna
believe
hit
it?
this
No,
till I
I'm-
pass
No,
out.
no, who told you that? What doctor told you that?
What type of
You
that?
Googled it?
Some-
What doctor? He's like, what doctor was that?
My-
was a doctor
Look,
that said
look,
left nut for
Hand,
My
I'm
boys,
thought-
telling you, hand to
right
God,
nut, dude.
you need both to make boys.
No.
I shit you
no,
not.
no, but listen.
One of 'em is-
listen. One nut has the X chromosome. One nut has the Y. That's what you said.
I stand by that statement.
You stand by that
I stand by
statement.
that shit.
I love this guy. That's funny.
I'm thinking if there was a way to guarantee that you had sons, like they would have figured this out in China.
Right?
Right? China
By
should
now.
know.
They just
Well,
clip off
no,
the
but
one.
it-
That's
This
on
is
my
so
forever.
far fetched
didn't
that
say
this isn't even like a
specifically what.
rumor. I can't find anything on it.
Because it's fact. If I'm not online.
It's not even a wives'
Yo,
tale.
you know
The
what?
internet doesn't
I
print
think,
lies.
I think that's the start of a
Can't
good
even-
bit for
It
you,
might be,
man.
yeah.
I think you're onto
The,
something
the
here.
thing is that he was convinced, man. He would no,
Because
that's true.
You gotta
You
stick
just
to your
don't
story.
know.
He's
You
gonna
just
go
said-
search for it afterwards.
You gotta stick
I
to your
always
story
sleep
even
on
when you're
my
wrong.
chick side of my nuts. I'm gonna-
Alpha males make boys, beta males make
Oh,
girls.
stop it! Get out of here.
That's how it works.
There's nothing
That's how you
about
get punched in the face.
left testicle.
Text.
Yeah, you're right. Did they spell it right, maybe?
Left testicle makes boys. I'm just typing that in.
Anyone that's watching this, if they've got any hard evidence for or
That's-
against
come
this,
on, that's,
please.
That's some Emmanuel
It
in
may-
his mind.
That's
shit.
fine. I'm okay with that. But hey, you gotta laugh at it.
I mean, it's a great story.
Yeah, that's dude. I'm telling you, that'd
Either
be
way.
a great bit. So you had a
And
girl?
You got to commit to it.
Man, why you ain't working that left testicle? That's the one make the boys. Dude, that'd be a line in a movie. That's just hilarious to me.
Men who wanted a boy in the Middle Ages sometimes had their left testicle removed because this was
Removed?
believed that the right testicle made boy sperm and left made girl sperm.
That's some Middle Ages shit that you
You
promote from
go
the
to a-
Middle Ages.
Hey, let's
I
go to
still
a
had it
middle-aged
backwards.
doctor to fix your
That's
hip.
when they believed in
Still had it
dragons and
backwards,
shit.
right? Yeah, right.
They burned witches,
They
man.
burned witches.
And you want
You
to take
would
their
cut
testicle
their
and
nuts.
And still had it backwards. That's fucked up.
burning
Wait,
witches
they-
cut
do
their
they
balls
have
off.
any statistics on the Middle Ages if that really worked?
Some
What was
facts
the
are based on
percentage?
like, you know.
A method called microsort is available that increase your chances to around 90%.
That's what like you
And
put it in a
They
thing
take
and
your sperm and then they shake it up, and the girl ones get dizzy, and
they fall
and then the
off,
boys can handle it.
and the boys can handle
Do they
it.
have what's it called? A shifter?
Yeah, like
Sister?
a
Yeah, they
a
filter out which one's there.
centrifuge.
Does it have the the pictures of the stick figure man and woman? Like they're not the symbol, and
Right.
then they just fit through. You know,
Oh, the men ones have the Y chromosome, which is way smaller, so all the small sperm.
It's like you got like a little
You got big sperm that have two
like
X's.
a colander that
and then
just
a
drops
X
in
and a
the
Y.
ground.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, there you
like
go, like a
strainer.
screen.
Yeah.
you know
Like
the
you're panning
random
for gold.
facts
You're
that we
panning-
learn.
Just
panning
shake
for
off-
boys.
Shake off those little bitches.
Shake the bitches off, and you get a couple
is-
boys
This
at
is a
the end.
very interesting podcast.
You know what?
Listen,
I want you
It's
to.
I have
educational.
2 granddaughters. They're beautiful. Girls are wonderful too. Just let God decide.
You know what I want?
Stop it.
I want to
Stop
go to
it.
a sperm clinic, and I want to have this
And have a
done,
drink.
and have Molly see if she can taste the difference between boy sperm and girl sperm.
You are a
Girl
horrible
sperm.
husband.
What's that?
You are a horrible husband.
Girls don't. They don't
He's a terrible
produce-
person.
No, I'll separate it where I got a shot glass of boy and a shot glass of girl.
Oh,
You gotta try it
We'll
too.
strain it.
Sure, the girl
Hey,
sperm
yeah, that-
tastes like ice cream.
Sugar and spice.
No, he
and
didn't.
everything nice.
You know what you said?
I said you got to try it too.
What's that? I
You
gotta try it?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Why you looking at me? She said it.
I gotta try it.
Well, if you're making me try it,
Well,
you
it's
gotta
my
try it
own
too.
brand.
You have to try it. I
It's
mean,
my own
this
brand.
way you have to be able to say, okay,
You say it's
see
your
if
own
y'all
brand.
come to a consensus.
You're
or not.
sorting it out, putting it in shot glasses. You're
Listen,
trying.
You know what?
Listen, if
That's how
wanna
you got your
taste
hip.
Sperm, all you gotta do
That's
is
good.
say so.
That's wow.
You went to a Middle Ages doctor with an ear infection,
And-
and they took your fucking hip out.
Possibly.
put a rusty needle in your ear.
and then removed his left nut.
Yeah, you gotta eat 6 crow's beaks. And that's your ball.
That's
That's
a
your
whole lot.
middle-aged doctor. Oh.
That was a funny thing, though. You know, but like sometimes you hear things and it's like old wives' tales. It's like when I was living down south, my friend and his girl had just had a baby. So the baby was a newborn, and her friends had come to see the baby. And the baby said, she said, "Let me hold the baby." He goes, "Well, first off, before you hold the baby, I got to ask you having your period?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Why?" He said, "Well, you can't hold the baby if you're having your period because it'll make the baby's feet bleed." And I just started laughing. And he got mad at me. And I'm like, "Dude, that's not true." He goes, "No, man, it's truth. If a woman is holding your baby and she got a period, the baby's feet will bleed." And I was like, "Dude, that's not even true." And he got mad at me.
See,
He's from
now,
Arkansas.
That makes like sense. Then
He got
That's-
mad at me because, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Almost like Emmanuel with the left nut, right nut thing. But he didn't get mad at least. But like, come on, man. Some of that stuff's hilarious. I said, maybe the baby's feet bleed because she had the baby feet in the wrong place while she had a period. It wasn't the baby's feet bleeding. It's just she was a mess.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a stretch.
Molly, you should tell them about how far a sea is.
Oh my gosh.
The direction she got from Indiana.
What?
This wasn't me. This was my parents, but it's one of my favorite stories. So my parents were down south somewhere, and
Oh, don't just say down south somewhere.
I'm not sure where they were.
Okay.
Indiana area.
Sure, they have family there. Maybe it was there, but they also worked in Tennessee. And anyway, they asked for directions somewhere, and they were given directions in C's. The cashier there said, "Oh, you just go about 4 C's down the road this way, and then you take a left and go another 5 C's, that way, and then."
What's the C?
I have no clue.
So they asked that for clarification. He goes, "Oh, you just go as far as you can see, and then you do it
look
again.
That's not how vision works.
So you
Go
look,
as far as
you
can
look as
see.
far as you can see. You drive that far, and then you do it again.
Okay,
Then you
so,
take another measurement
That's
as
a
far as
C.
you can see.
Okay,
you mark
so
it off.
let me break this down. So if I can see McDonald's, I drive to that and then reset.
Yeah,
That's fucking stupid.
that's going
That's 1C.
4 C's down the road.
That's crazy.
What if you can't see well shit? What if you no?
I don't know. It's profiling against visually impaired people.
That's
No,
man.
they're never gonna find
Well,
anywhere.
Emmanuel finds that ridiculous.
Yeah.
The guy that was talking about girls that come from the right.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute.
The white girl, you're right though, because white
Will
girls
can
always
get his
got to be right. They
picture
always got to be
taken
right. They come
4
from the
C's
right,
over there
right?
right nut.
for Will. Will, that's
Yeah.
about 4 C's away.
Just crazy stuff.
That's ignorant.
They were like, "What?"
Love it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's get into some of this stuff. So selling organs. Cool.
Yeah, right.
That's what we were talking.
Selling organs and testicles. That's the thing.
Well, what about say instead of an organ donor card, if something happens, your wife or children can sell your organs on your behalf if you're in a
Yeah.
vegetative state.
Possibly because I'm banking on that to get me into heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little body point, so I'm a donor.
Yeah, but that's a
Or
donor.
parts
That's
of
not
you will
selling.
get into heaven. At
Gosh,
least.
we're getting
Oh,
morbid.
man.
What
You
is the
see that?
morbidity?
You give away some of your, and then they're
Today.
up there in heaven, and you somewhere else.
Yeah.
You gave up.
Fuck, my
Hey,
kidneys in heaven.
I want my
Why?
shit
Gotta
back.
ride.
Time out.
I want my shit burning
Why?
with me.
Why are organs sentient? Why would they be? Why would they be?
Well, they'd be in the body that went to heaven, so your kidneys would be up in
I
heaven.
have a brother-in-law that's extremely religious, and he won't give anything. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. You're supposed to be a Christian. And he goes, what do I want to give my eyes up? What if I need my eyes in the next life? And I gave him up because I gave him up, and then now I got to be in
Like,
heaven blind?
he does know his damage doesn't carry over. Like he gets that right. Like if you
It's-
make a new character, you don't retain the same damage from the first guy.
You make a new character.
That's
I
not
love it.
it.
That's what they say, but you never know
Like,
when you get there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you'll be set.
Look, man, when you get up there and you find out you got that same hip, you're going to be happy as shit.
Nah,
You're gonna
I'll be
be
used to it. I
winding
have wings
that-
by then. Walk, I can fly. Fuck.
What if you get a wing like your hip? What if wings connect to your hip? They come out lower.
Only find a circle.
We always drew the angels with the connection up here. The
Right.
wings come out the hip.
Man, if you got some, like, who gets to be an angel? Do you like? Can you be promoted up there? Because that's the shit.
I
to
mean-
They
me.
would have to connect to your hip. If they connected to your arms, you couldn't do shit while you flew. You'd need to have your legs
I
out of
think they're
control.
connected
And
to
then,
your.
Have you ever seen so called
arthritic
X-Men?
spine.
yeah,
Well, but Angel.
Angel.
His wings went out on his arms.
So you're not volunteering anymore?
Yes, I am.
We were about to wrap.
You
this
guys
up.
hear me?
We're wrapping up.
What, Joe? You want to come sit?
We
Have a
took him
seat?
too long.
But man, I love
We're having a
having
good
you,
time.
man.
Likewise, man.
I mean, like
I
once I
enjoy
met you,
seeing
you've been
you.
a good friend of mine for a long time, and you always will.
Appreciate that.
And
Thank you. Likewise.
I'm always happy to see you when you're here. Look, you volunteer and you're also helping out,
Yeah,
not
right.
only being a comic. So it was great having
Yeah,
you. We'll send
but
you
he's
a
getting
stream
yelled
note
at,
link,
so he's kind of
and
a
we
shitty
will have
volunteer,
you.
right?
We will have you on the show again, man.
Okay,
We
well,
will.
look forward to it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
definitely.
All right. Appreciate
meeting
me.
you, man.
Nice meeting you
Nice
guys.
meeting you again.
Take care, brother.
Will.
Oh, where can we find you?
Oh, I'm on all social media as Emmanuel Theophilus. I know it sounds hard to spell. I'm
Spell it.
breaking it down for you. It's TheoPhilus. Theophilus. So
Like a
Theo,
philosopher?
Phil, us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theo.
Yeah. You got to be more like, is that your real name? Your
That's,
real last name?
It's my middle name.
That's your middle name?
His
That's
first
It's-
name
it's-
is Sebastian.
Yeah, it's my great grandfather's middle name.
that's
So it
badass.
carries down to
I
all my
like it.
siblings.
Yeah, you got to be
No,
findable.
Emmanuel T is I'm also on social media as Emmanuel T. I'm on Instagram at @IAM_Emmanuel_T. I'm on Twitter at Emmanuel_T. I'm on Facebook as Emmanuel Theophilus.
Okay.
Man, he's all over the place.
Yeah, gotta be
Good,
everywhere.
good, good.
It's all my
All
social
right.
media gang.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for having me.
Here we are with Joe. Joe Lowers.
Yeah.
Woo! The president.
All right.
President.
The president of the World Series of comedy.
Oh,
Yeah.
where's Jason? We got to get him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's gonna pop in.
Probably. I
Yeah.
mean,
Stick his little bald head right in front.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be in here to. You're like,
mess with
oh, I
you.
just wanted to surprise
Just
you
wanna
on your
let you know.
time.
Was adopted 50 years ago. See you guys later.
Yeah,
So how do you think things going this year?
it's going great. It really is.
You
I'm
guys
really
put in
excited.
A lot of heavy, long hours.
We do. It's. I know. I was like so tired last night. I just couldn't wait to leave. We were all out at Ellis Island Casino, and I said to Jason, I go, we got to go, and then we forgot our photographer.
oh no.
We were at Ellis Island too, and we kind of just said,
sitting over in the
Yeah, we were
gotta
waiting, and then
go.
we were
we're
like,
tired, and we're not even working it.
Yeah.
we were so hungry. We were like, we're just gonna eat.
I
And
got
then
a
we got
huge
to.
prime rib, and then I was like, I gotta go. I'm done. Yeah, it's I'm getting more sleep this year though than I have in the past.
Okay.
I got a great crew. Can we cut that?
You cut that out. You
Yeah,
got
we-
a
You want to
crew?
cut the great crew out?
Yeah,
We'll
I don't,
just- you
I'm,
gotta
not, I'm
prove-
not huge on giving
Compliments in
compliments. Yeah,
public.
I'm not as a comic. I don't. I mean,
All
as
right.
a,
You got a crew.
yeah, I got some people doing some stuff.
They've been very helpful. I will
Yeah.
give him compliments.
That-
They've been amazing.
It's real. The list of volunteers is endless. What they do, and then just the crew that I have, and then the club, LA Comedy Club's been just absolutely wonderful to work with. It's just fun. It's been really going smooth. This is my 12th year, so every year I'm like, oh, I forgot that. And then like Sunday was just a day of chaos for me. We started on Sunday. I had cancellations. I'm trying to hurry to get other comics into those spots. It was just nuts. And in my head, I'm going, is this the craziest day ever? And I'm like, no, there had to be more. And every year, usually I'm like, oh, I really screwed that up. I'm going to push. I'm going to remember to take care of that next year. And then I screw up something else.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Nothing's perfect. Nothing's always going to go. As
all
planned.
all I've learned is if the comics come to me and they tell me they had a great time, and they don't point out the things that I think are messed up, then they don't know, and we're happy.
I don't think comics are going to point that out to you, though. They want to be invited back.
Oh,
No, they
will.
tell- they
still
tell
Oh,
will.
they do?
Yeah, this festival, I'm absolutely loving the comics that are here this year. There's every year there's some that come back, some that don't, some that new ones. I feel like the comics that are here just want to learn. They're absorbing. They're going to all the seminars. They just want to be part of everything, and that's really fun. It's fun to watch them. And this festival has kind of weeded out the asshole comics.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, when we first started this, we'd had some comics that would come out and then they would get mad and pissy. And can I swear? I forgot.
Fuck no.
All right, I forgot. I already swore. But
No, we can't.
but they would
touch
get pissy and mean, and and I have a lot of rules with this festival, and I'm a stickler with the rules, and you got to follow them. And I think that's where it weeds its way out. If you don't want to follow the rules, then they don't come, and that's great. That's fine. This isn't for you. This festival is designed to help comics get work in clubs and have fun and follow some rules.
That
And
is
most of the rules are I broke them all. So
Well, yeah, but that's a great way to weed out the assholes.
yeah,
Why'd you put these stupid rules in here? So you don't come.
yeah, it's a whole asshole section.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't need those rules. It's
yeah. Oh yeah, we don't even follow them.
we just know it pisses people off, so we get rid of them.
Yeah, it's everybody gets it. They're here. And the people that maybe don't get work, they're still having fun.
Yeah.
I just had a comic today tell me he registered for this thing. He didn't even know what it was. He just registered, and then he was like, "What did I spend my money on?" He was like, "I guess I'll go." And then he stood in the hallway just a few minutes ago, telling me how much fun he had, how much he absorbed from so much stuff, and how much it was just fun hanging out, and how much the comics that were here that he didn't know became friends. I was like, "That's beautiful." That's
Yeah,
what's fun.
the networking here too is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've met so many great comics from all over the country, and I mean, like, I consider them friends. And over the years, it's just been great. I really enjoy that aspect of it. Sure, you want to do well. There's only going to be one winner, but I mean, it's a lot of fun. It really is.
Yeah, I love it. We're already starting to work on next year.
You're not even done.
I never stop. I mean, you can't stop. I've already talked
We
to
gotta
clubs
set up the
lining up the satellites and
Yeah.
stuff. And
Over a year in advance. Wow.
yeah, I'll have the satellites done, hopefully scheduled by the end of October, maybe middle of November, and then I'll have registration open up at the end of November for 2022.
How many
Well-
comics you gotta sit through for submissions?
We had close to 500 this year.
Wow.
So we watched 500 videos
Wow.
of comics and 5 minutes a pop. That's a lot of time.
It
That
is.
a lot of time. How
Yeah.
many different people you have? How does that work as far as the process? It's the same people viewing the
Yep.
same comics?
Yeah, in the past I've had different people view each satellite. I've done it different ways, whatever way I can kind of get it to work. Sometimes people who commit at the beginning of the season saying, "Yeah, I'll watch the videos," and then halfway through they're like, "How many more?"
You're on
Yeah.
40. That
Yeah.
means 460 more.
Yeah.
We signed up to co-produce a local horror film festival, and we have to watch the submissions as well. And
Yeah.
that's, I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, and you got to score them
It's
and
a lot
rank
of
them,
time.
and we have a spreadsheet. I love Google Docs. My
Me
guys
too.
pick on me, but I have Google Docs for everything, and everybody's as soon as you register, your name goes into the Google Doc. Everything gets put in. We watch your video. You get a score. Gets ranked. If somebody drops out, that name goes to the bottom. Everybody gets moved up.
Yeah.
So
That's
That's
pretty
the way to go.
complicated.
Google Docs are great because they're shared with, everyone can see
Yep.
them lifetime,
Yep. And each judge that watches the videos, they have their own Google Doc,
Yeah.
and the other judges can't see their scores. They can't see any notes. So we offer notes to the comics who watch if they want on their video submission. And we tell them if you see a note from the judges kind of repeated 2 or 3 times, it's probably a problem, or it's something good, but it's usually a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I love it. 12 years. We don't know if we'll be back in Vegas next year. Not sure. We like it. It's worked out. But
I have to tell you, one of my favorite years when we were in that casino in Indiana. I mean, that room was amazing. If we just could have
beautiful.
had more of an audience. But
Yeah.
I mean, like, all of the seminars were great. We had plenty of room. I really enjoyed that year. But of course, I only had to drive there. It was easy.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get there.
I lived out here our first 8, I guess it was 8 years. We did it when I lived out here in Vegas. And then when I moved back to Pittsburgh, my plan was to kind of just jump it around the country and maybe get different industry, get different comics. And we did that for 2 years. And then last year with COVID, we kind of were like, I said, we have to go to Vegas because I at least know some industry out here that can fill in. And it went really well. So Jason and I said, let's try it again in Vegas. But we're not done in other parts of the country. We still have that in our mind. And we've had a lot of close deals. The year that COVID hit, we were almost signing a deal with the Hard Rock in Tulsa. So that was like really close, and it fell apart, of course. So, I mean, it doesn't mean that we won't be back there. That room that you're talking about, I think that was 2000. I don't even remember what it was.
It was 3 years ago.
Yeah. So, but we walked into that casino and they showed us the room, and I fell in love with it as an entertainer. I'm like,
huge.
oh, and they told us how they sell it out, and they have the tickets for $300, and we're like, oh, if we can sell them for $20.
Well,
They
you
didn't bother
guys
to.
were out there handing out.
I think
things?
Jason and some of my other guys in my crew gave out 100,000 tickets in a week or two, like vouchers and stuff. So we ended up with close to 100 and some people a show, which was great. But it was an 800 seat theater.
Yeah.
We bought drapes, things to make it feel better, smaller, and the shows were great. It turned out wonderful, but it was kind of a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that year. I thought it was great.
Yeah, somehow it happens every year. It's just like it just falls together. The hardest year for me probably was my second year, because the first year I did it and it went great, and I was like, what if I got lucky?
Yeah.
Like, what if I don't really know what I'm doing? And I still don't know if I know what I'm doing.
No, the first year, and that was when you had your little room in that
Yeah.
resort. And so he asked me, he said, do you want a copy of your set? I said, yeah. He said, hang on. You printed it up right there. You handed me
A
the
CD, yeah. I had a
Yeah,
12
CD.
disc CD burner.
Yep, you
Yeah.
burned it right there. It's changed a lot since then.
Yeah, and we used to do the voting on little pieces of paper. We'd print
exactly
all the
right.
comics names on a piece of paper, and then we'd staple the edge of them. And then I bought it was so nice the year I bought a really heavy duty paper cutter, I could cut the stacks of paper. I was like that. Now I'm advanced.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no more scissors. No scissors for us.
On an
Cutting
old elementary school,
it
throwing
was,
one out.
It was even better than that. It was one that kind of came down straight. Like it was, I think it was like $150 or something like that. But I was top of the game. Cut them. And then we cut these little strips and give them to the audience. And then they would write down their number, and then we'd run. I had like the staff run around and gather the little pieces of paper. Then I have like 3 or 4 guys in the back going 5, 5, 4, 4, 5. Yeah, just like
Counting.
yeah, just to come up with the audience vote, which is insane. It would take it like, and then at the end of the show, they'd be like, "We're going to announce the winners," and
Hey,
it would
cost
take
money?
us 20 minutes.
Speaking of that, to use Zippy Vote, if you're not,
What's that?
you do it on Zippy Vote now, right?
Correct. That I created.
Yeah. So what does it cost for, say, a film festival that still runs around and collects audience votes?
Yes,
use
that's my
that?
goal with it, to get it
Okay.
out. Yeah, it's funny how Zippy Vote happened.
Isn't that your cat's name?
Yes, that is my
Zippy Vote?
cat's name. Yeah,
Nice.
so we ended up coming up with doing that. Then we advanced to like business, like would do business cards where you have 3 comics on the card, and I was like, oh, this is so much better.
Mhm.
Still had to gather them and collect it, and then I started looking at apps and things like that, and I didn't like any of them, so I was wanted to do. So I looked up all kind of voting, Zippy, like this vote, that vote for .com. Everything was taken, and
Yeah.
my cat come walking by, so I chose Zippy Vote. That's one of my cat's names. So
It works
yeah,
too.
so I built that, and then everybody was using it in my shows, but I didn't think of it as a business. I just had it built kind of where I did all the work on the back end, and people used it, and people kept coming up to me going, "Can I use it?" And I was like, "No," and I walk away. Like a year later, I
What
went,
if I give you money? And
"Yeah," I'm
then
like,
I
"Oh
can
wait,
use
I
it?"
think I have a business."
Right.
Yeah.
So I've been working on this for about a year and a half, 2 years,
Okay.
building it. We were getting ready to launch it. I can't remember the price, but I'm telling you, I will give it to you guys for free. I want to get it out there. I want it to get it used.
We
We'll
do
promote
that.
the heck
Yeah,
out of
and we
it.
want you to
Yeah,
promote
sure.
it and talk about it, and I want different avenues to use it, and then so that people can see it. When I started doing it, I'm like, oh man, you could use this at a chili cook-off.
Yeah.
You could use it for any festival.
We use it for Twisted Dreams. We always show like blocks of short movies or the long movies, and the audience gets their little card. to fill
Yeah,
out.
so you
Would
and
it be better to?
I'll
do it
set
on
you
the
yeah, I'll
phone?
set you up an account, and you can
Oh,
just
that
go
would be
through it,
great.
and you can add. And the great thing about it is, as soon as they're done voting, they get an email that you set up, that so you can say, we still have 2 more shows this
Yeah.
week. Go here and buy your tickets. So it's got a couple glitches right now that I'm not happy with, but I got a guy working on it, and I think within the next month or less, it'll be totally ready to go.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but it's enough for beta versions to get out and get the word out.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, and the
Yeah.
nice thing, like with you guys, if you use it and there's an issue, you can call me
Yeah.
and I can talk you through it or fix it real quick. And we
Sweet.
can start getting people. So you can definitely use it. We use it here. There's no glitches on the voting part of it. It's just a couple little back end things that
Yeah.
I don't like, that I'm like, oh, I don't want to sell that to somebody I don't know. So, but yeah, it's great. It's really working out well.
Very cool.
And we get all the emails from everybody. And that's
Oh,
kind of the key.
That's
worth a
huge.
lot.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah, I know people are crazy with trying to get emails these days, but want to do a couple of hot seat questions?
Yeah. Ask me anything. I don't care.
Ask you anything.
I'm not going to
Whoa.
answer
Go for the
anything.
crazy ones.
Yeah, go for crazy
Go
shit.
for crazy.
Crazy.
Do you tip on a to-go order?
Do I tip on it? I don't get to go that much, I guess. But yeah, I always tip on everything. I'm really kind of
Since the pandemic, especially.
well.
Well, yeah.
I'm bad. Like I'm not trying to brag on myself, but like last night when we were eating, I just paid 100. Our bill was $120. I paid 100 of it and told the other people to put in the difference, and then tipped the shit out of the server because she was great. So, and I usually so bad carrying on, and my wife's like, you need to give them more. I'm like, all right.
How about like you pick up a bag of
Wait,
burgers
you're
from
gonna
George
let him-
Webb?
You're gonna let him just pass through carrying on? I think we need to talk about this a little.
I'm just
What do you mean
carrying,
by carrying on?
like just asking stupid questions to the server
the
and
server
give them a hard time, and then and I try. I mean, sometimes
And you-
it's
you know
always
they're
supposed to be
bringing you
funny.
Food, right?
Yeah, I don't care. It's supposed to be funny, but then sometimes it's not. So
Sometimes food tastes a little funny.
yeah, I used to tip well all the time, and then sometimes I tip according to the service.
Okay.
But I think the worst tip I ever gave was a penny. But I walked into the kitchen and asked if our server had quit. We had been at the table forever.
No,
They didn't bring me anything.
Still tip them and then leave a penny besides the tip to let them know.
Yeah,
No, the
that
worst.
was-
It's supposed to be 2 pennies
Oh,
because that person isn't even worth 2 cents, so you give it to them for them
oh,
or
that's
whatever.
terrible.
That's.
Oh, that's
I don't even want your 2
vindictive.
cents. You get mine.
Yeah,
You should tip
But
but I
people.
try to tip good, and I mean,
Yeah.
I just because I know they're working hard, and that's and we're all in that kind of industry.
Right.
So, ask me more. Bring it on. That
We
was
had
easy.
a
Come on.
special Joe question, didn't we?
What was
That we were supposed to ask about.
Oh,
Oh.
what was it?
Shit,
Do you
we had a
remember what it
I'm
request.
sure it's probably something that somebody gave you
Yep.
that's about me.
to ask about something. Do you remember what it was?
Oh, that's a shame you can't remember. Man, wait.
Oh, son of a bitch! We'll
I
get
feel terrible. I feel terrible that you can't remember.
Who
it.
asked us to ask
What's-
him that?
Jason?
Of
Oh.
course it was Jason.
Yeah, in our
Well,
pre-show.
we know to ask about the donuts. We did that the last time.
Yeah, I love donuts.
Yeah, it wasn't about donuts.
I think I know what it is, but I'm not going
Oh,
to help
shit.
you. I'm not going to tell you what I think it is. Yeah.
Should I go
There's-
find him?
there's
Hey, there they are.
Oh.
Aurora, will you go get Jason or ask Jason what they were supposed to ask me?
Hey
And
guys,
Drew.
you guys are next.
What they were supposed to ask me during this podcast.
Maybe I should text them.
Go ahead, ask me another hot seat question, then
Give
I
them
got
another one.
I got to go run a show.
Yeah, don't run off.
An animated character you find sexy.
Oh, that's I
Betty
can't-
Boop.
Oh, it just
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah, that's,
The spirit.
I cannot answer that because I know
Oh,
nothing
the
about
sign came down.
animated characters.
No cartoon.
I don't
What
watch
about
it.
Bugs Bunny when he dressed up like a lady?
Yeah, that's just that's
What about
who
the
comes up with
Jessica
these questions?
Rabbit?
Where do you
Jessica
get
Rabbit.
these questions? That's
I work a monotonous
yeah,
construction
that's
job,
just-
and
and so you actually thought of that
Give him
question?
another one,
Yeah.
give him another
That's terrible.
one.
Are you going to use that for other people? And do you
No,
get
that was-
answers?
okay.
You got any answers on
If
sexy,
you,
sexy cartoons?
oh yeah, Jesse from Pokemon is hot.
Jesus, what is
So
going on with this?
you know how in like other countries, if you get caught
You want to come
stealing,
up and tape it?
if you get caught stealing, they cut your
Yeah.
hands off.
Yes.
Would you rather them cut your hands off or like freeze them into one position? And what position?
It'd probably be this position. Wait, this position.
Oh yeah, a little,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
more
let's-
girth
let's-
there.
The question is, if when they freeze them in that, are they still cold, or do they go back to
think-
like normal skin temperature?
Like Han Solo, just your hands.
Are frozen all time?
Yeah,
Like so
carbonite.
they're frozen, but I can't touch anything because they're cold.
No, they're like frozen now. They're like dipped in liquid nitrogen metal.
So
They're
I
just-
could use
can't
it like
feel
this.
anything.
Yeah, now
like-
it's just a club.
Like I could, yeah, but I could use it like this.
yes, you could.
Yeah.
use it
So
like
I mean, like if my hand, like without a hand, I can't
do that.
use it.
Can't you
Like
can
I-
flipper it,
I can't. Yeah. I could do that. Yeah. Like
flipper
that.
it. Yeah,
Like that. Like I could do like that.
but you could get them both in different shapes,
So I could get one like this,
and the other one.
and then
like-
the other one like this. So
Yes.
one like, and I could use them then.
Yeah, but
So-
they're like
I think I would want them like this. I definitely wouldn't want them chopped off. I'd want them, I think, like this, and then could add padding around for certain things, and then it would hold a can of pop.
Would you need
So
like a pointer sticking out though? 'Cause
Well,
now you
well,
got to
well-
think of it.
who am I pointing at?
Well, the type.
Oh, that's good.
You
Yeah,
you're gonna need a pointer.
that's smart. Yeah, because I would be like so fucked if I had just said like this, and then I'd be trying to.
And then they quickly
Thought-
do
yeah,
it. Like,
yeah.
oh wait.
Insertion.
Oh yeah, that.
Why do you have to go there, man?
Oh yeah,
That's where we go. We're off the rails. Well,
Yeah, I
The
mean,
signs
we
off
were
the
having a
rails as well.
perfectly
I mean,
clean, safe conversation about masturbation.
I tried to inconspicuously fix it.
Yeah,
I
how
don't know
did
how-
that go?
I wasn't very successful on either front. I don't
She
think.
used
Yeah.
3
It's
rolls
all
of gaff tape. And
lopsided.
Yeah, she used all my gaff tape. My very expensive gaff tape. You're just using it all
It-
over.
It happened. You asked
I
the
mean,
question and it just gave
I think
up
it
the
fell
side.
because we used it so sparingly
Gas
because we
tape.
didn't want to.
gaff tape. your
Overuse
hands
the
in
She
gaff
one-
said,
tape.
"Don't use up all of Joe's tape."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh," I'm like, give me a piece.
I go,
just a
no,
little."
no, you could use more. It's all right. I bought 3 rolls for this festival, but I just I'm hoping to have one left.
So you can gaff tape your hand into.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I want to see
you
what
could do it.
Yeah, I'm so glad you told me about pointer. So I definitely want a left finger pointer, and then I want this so I can hold a can of pop and other things that
And have
are,
your fingers sticking
yeah,
out.
and then and
the
for insertion.
accusatory pointing
Yeah,
at
yeah.
people.
It does
Hey,
get you.
But you can't do this anymore.
Or
You
you
just
could
have to go like
sharpen.
this
You could sharpen the end of it too, and then you can.
because
cut
it's
things
frozen. So
open with
is
it.
there no feeling then?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
rock.
Is there no feeling?
I would imagine.
Could
no
file it
feeling.
to a point.
Carbonate. Yeah,
You're gonna file it to a point.
Yeah, so you can cut stuff open with it.
like a.
You're
Box
not going to
cutter?
be able to grab a scissors.
Well, you
wanna
could
cut-
have if your hands like this, you could have stuff made.
Do you want
To
something
hold, like-
inserted in you
Yeah.
that can be?
Whoa,
pointed
whoa,
and
whoa.
cut? Well,
No.
she's cutting.
Whoa!
Would you say
Why is
full
everything
insertion?
inserted in?
No, if you're gonna use
Everything
it
with
for
you is insertion.
why are
You could get a
cutting it?
different attachment
Yeah,
for that.
come on for the. Yeah, you could if it's like this, you could just stick
Plus,
stuff
I
on there.
don't want something that
vibrates.
can't even move anyway. When I could just do it myself.
Yeah, but if your hands are frozen,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it yourself
yeah,
unless you use.
you would have to.
suction
You
cup.
would need one out so you could just be like,
Well, I'm not the one with the frozen finger.
Bonnie's-
So Aurora said that Jason didn't remember what he
Yeah,
asked.
he
He
didn't
wanted to
remember
ask
either.
you. However,
ah, that's
this-
good.
I'm pretty
City.
sure that you have an assumption of what the question was, so
No,
you
I
should just
don't.
answer
I
the
don't- I don't
question
know
that you
what
think
I
he was
was-
going to answer
I don't know what it is.
or ask.
I know that last year.
Did you
Sure.
do something funny recently? Did you have like a fun, like something happened to you recently? A
No.
fun story?
I know last year at this seminar, something happened with one of the comics when I was giving my seminar, and I thought maybe that's what it was about.
What
Oh,
happened? Talk about it.
I was giving my seminar, and
What
I
was
was
the seminar on?
hosting on how to be a good host
Okay.
and how to do some crowd work and things like that or whatever. And I said that several people in the past have compared me to Don Rickles, which is a huge, huge compliment. But I'm in the middle of this festival, and Neil Rubenstein.
Of course, I know Neil.
So I'm doing my seminar, and Neil's got his hand up, just holding it. I go, what's up, Neil? And he goes, who? Who compared you to Don Rickles? Son of a bitch.
I was there.
Oh, you were there with that? Yeah, it was so wrong, man. He just paused. Who? Who compared you? Jason just told the guy at Axhole, where we went through axes the other night. He tells him, he told Eric Lambert, who owns APCA. He tells him the story. So I don't know he knows the story, and we're getting ready to walk on, and Eric goes, who? And I'm like, fuck you. I knew.
The thing about Neil, though, like when we did the satellite down in Atlanta and we were all having dinner afterwards, and he walked by, and my son said to him, hey, I really liked your set. And Neil said, what the hell is that supposed to mean? He goes, no, I'm genuinely liking it. Oh, okay. I said, Neil, it's my kid, man. He goes, oh, okay. He was out to
Yeah. You want some of this?
What the hell?
Yeah.
That guy's never been
Don't you
complimented
fucking
before.
compliment me.
Wanna go?
You got any more stupid questions before I gotta go?
Best and worst Halloween candy. Let's do that. Halloween's coming up.
Man, I love every kind of candy.
Oh, I do too.
I don't think they give circus peanuts out at Halloween, but that's a piece of shit candy.
That is a piece of shit.
Yeah, that is terrible. And a lot of people give candy corn a hard time. And
I like candy.
I like
corn.
candy corn in the candy corn format. Like, I'm not a huge fan of it, like when they make it in the big pumpkins. I think it's too much.
Yeah, that's
Like just a candy corn.
Yeah, the little,
And you can't take down big pumpkins and shove them on your teeth and make fangs.
yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think candy corn should get the
Nod.
rep that they get. I mean, they get picked on and stuff. My favorite. I mean, geez, just about any kind of candy bar. I just love. I mean, I'm fat. I'm fat as
Snickers,
shit.
yeah.
I eat.
Snickers got to be the king candy.
No, I don't. I'm not. I would.
Butterfinger?
I would pass Snickers. Snickers is
Butterfinger.
low on my
Yeah,
list.
I don't like
Whoa.
Snickers as much.
Yeah,
Butterfinger.
I like
Butterfinger.
Kit Kat, M&M,
Kit
peanut
Kat.
peanut
Yeah.
M&Ms.
You ever just suck a Butterfinger?
What if your hand was frozen and you could only hold a Butterfinger and you're just like, ah? Is that going to be like a screenshot for this show?
Once you get
Ah!
past the chocolate, you're left.
Joe
It is,
Butterfinger.
and I was taking pictures earlier, and I
You need one of them?
missed that one.
Ah, that's so wrong. I don't know. I love all kind of candy. I can't think of too many. You need on here? That's Drew. The owner, Matt and Joaquin, are the owners of LA Comedy Club. That was Drew. He's the brother of Matt. He's in charge of everything here.
Awesome.
Yeah, nobody cares. All right. Well, they can't see him. He just walked in and
I didn't
interrupted us.
even see him.
I did.
What time is it? I gotta go.
You got to get going. Joe
I can't
Lowers,
trust
everybody.
Joe,
Thank you
thanks
very
for
much.
stopping by, Joe.
Yeah, I
Thanks for
gotta go.
stopping.
I gotta go
Thanks
see
for
if the
having
show
us.
started.
This has been awesome.
Yeah, it's after
nice
4.
meeting you in
All right.
person.
Nice.
Hey, we were going to talk about next time. I want to know what you're building.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what you're building.
I
now.
haven't started yet, but I'll be building some stuff.
Awesome.
Building a
Cat
shed.
shit.
Build a
He
shed.
builds like an artist. I build efficient, but you're an artist.
I like it.
And somehow everything you build looks like a palette.
I got a style, man. I'm
That's
the
your
palette.
style.
I
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
style.
He's like, I work for a pallet company.
What do you want? I like pine board.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks.
Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Makes the festival better.
It was
Is that good? Is that what you wanted me to say?
awesome.
All right.
Here's your $50.
Yeah.
Thank you.